Aurora Around America is our weekly show where we review, recap, and recommend the best places to be as we live out our RV American dream.
This week, we're going to talk about a couple hikes that are really close to the campground we're staying at.
Buckle up and take a seat. We'll show you the whole country around America.
It's starting to get colder in the mountains, and we are able to have campfires. So we thought we'd invite you in. This week, we're going to discuss a couple hikes that are close to our campground. We both work, both my wife and I, and the kids are in school. So it's nice at the end of the day to be able to drive 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and do a little hike. Something close, something short. Just get out and walk around a bit. So, our first hike we're going to discuss is Soco Falls. You guys really like Soco Falls, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We went in the waterfall and we played, and that was really fun. It really was only going to turn into, we just wanted to touch the waterfall, but we ended up getting soaked.
Yeah, it's a super short hike. It's only about 0.2 miles, and it's a really steep drop though, right? It's about 30 feet straight down.
Yeah, I was surprised it was supposed to be so popular because it was so rugged and steep.
And steep, yeah. So they do have a nice observation deck. The problem with the observation deck is it cuts off your view of the waterfall. So the trees just kind of block. You only get about 80% of the falls. And the experience down at the ground is just much better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you what, take a look and enjoy. So, we have climbed into Soco Falls here in the North Carolina Maggie Valley area. It's a pretty tough climb for a 0.2 mile hike, but really cool little area. If you have the agility to get down the climb, I highly recommend it. It's probably terrible on busy weekends because there's just not enough room for everybody to go up and down, so there's a lot of sharing, and I'm sure there was people standing in the same space and all kinds of fun stuff. But it's a gorgeous fall. You can climb. Why are you so wet? All right, sometimes you just want to climb into the waterfall. That's just how it works. But another beautiful waterfall. We love our waterfalls, and this is a good one. And then you can actually walk along, right? We walked along the trail a little bit
for actually I'd say quite a while.
Yeah. And we talked about going back and doing some more walking along, because you could easily walk probably a mile down that river. Plenty of places to stroll through the water and walk on rocks and just kind of explore and be around the waterfall. Little waterfall there, little the whole thing is just quite beautiful. So very, very cool little hike. You can kind of make your own way down here. All kinds of little rocks and trails and water and things you could splash in, but just incredible. So really cool. Aurora, you got any words? Anything? As for a trail, how is this?
Good. We got very wet.
They did. You got very wet. But yeah, the ropes getting up and down were interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. And it certainly is a little bit more of a difficult climb because it is straight up and down, and I can only imagine on weekends when it's really busy, the
how
craziness.
hard it would be.
Yep. So that was a lot of fun. So you just swam in Looking Glass Falls, right?
Yeah.
And then you got to climb through Soco Falls. Which one would you rather do?
I don't really know. I mean, both were really fun in its own way. what's it called? Soco Falls.
Yep.
Was really cool because you could touch the waterfall, which I couldn't do in Looking Glass.
Yeah, because it was just way too strong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Looking Glass was so much fun because I got to go into the water. I mean, there were spots where you could trail off into the water, but not really close to the waterfall.
Yeah, I bet.
So it's just really hard to decide which ones I'd like to do and which ones I wouldn't like to do.
Yeah, well, they were both fun, right?
Yeah, they were.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, that's our first hike, and that hike is close. The second hike is actually on the top of a mountain, Waterrock Knob, and it's on the Blue Ridge Parkway. So this one's about 25-30 minutes, and you have to drive up, and the parking lot is actually the best view, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The top has all kinds of dead trees, and I think Nina said something about a garbage can being up there, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it's so the views from the parking lot though were really nice, right?
Yeah.
You could see almost 360 degrees around us.
Yeah, and it was nice because you could have lunch there, and
That's right, they had picnic
they had
tables.
picnic tables, and they had an amazing sunset.
Oh yeah, we did. We stayed for the sunset.
Yeah, and I know I didn't get out. Well, I got out once, but it was really cold, and that's just, it was really cold.
Yeah, it's what is it, 6,000 feet? Do you remember?
No, I really have no idea.
I think it's about 6,000 feet. And it's a beautiful panoramic view as you look around Waterrock Knob. The hike is 400 feet, I think. And it's pretty steep. It's a great climb. So if you get there and you want a little bit of activity and you want to stretch your legs, it is the first probably third of it is stairs, right?
Yeah.
To a little bit of an observation deck, but you can't see much.
Some of it's paved.
Yeah, that's the first part of it, right? It's actually,
paved,
is it ADA, wheelchair accessible? The first part of it up to a deck, and then the other half is actually straight up. It was pretty tough climb actually for that last 400 feet. And unfortunately, yeah, when you get up there, the views
Not great.
No.
I mean, there's the little outcropping. I thought was a pretty good view. But
yeah, you climbed down right on the rocks,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was fun. And your sister climbed down with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we decided. We also learned, as the sun was setting, that there's a point in which the sunset, because of where the clouds are, is not as good. And
Yeah.
if you're looking down on the clouds, because we were so high and the clouds are so low in the Smoky Mountains or in the Blue Ridge Mountains,
You won't be able to see the sunset.
yeah, the sunset colors just aren't there. And it was really interesting to see that, because when we started, the sun was coming down, and
Yeah.
you were losing a lot of the colors. So they were much better in the parking lot, and even as we started to drive down the mountain, they got even better. And the lower we got, probably because that sun is then reflecting up off those clouds, the sunset just got much better.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That wraps up another week of Aurora Around America. Boy, they go quick, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
All right, well, next week we had some friends come to visit, and we took them hiking. And we take a stroll down Mouse Creek. Yeah, that was fun too.
And that had Midnight Hole, which was extremely cold.
Ooh, Midnight Hole. Sounds scary.
No, actually, no, it's not.
All right. Well, if you enjoy these videos, please do us a huge favor and click that subscribe button and ding the bell. And Aurora?
Where can they find us?
Where can they find us, Aurora?
At Instagram, at instagram.com/RVAmericanDream or RVAmericanDream.com.
Right, well, we're gonna call it a day here. See ya.
Bye.